Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dashawns2cents out of a great PWG show. And look who made his debut, Uhaa Nation. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about yourself, man? You doing all right?
Doing good.
Good,
Thanks
good.
for taking your time out to do the interview.
It's cool. It's cool.
How was your debut going against Brian Cage, the fucking machine?
Man, it was awesome, man. He's amazing in the in the ring, man. And the fans here are just crazy. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, you know. Like they welcome me with open arms, man. I knew I wanted to come out here and make a name for myself, so to speak, or whatever. And I wanted to steal the show, and hopefully I accomplished that, you know.
How does this compare to the Japanese crowd? You were wrestling in front of big crowds in Japan for Dragon Gate.
It's a lot different. Japanese crowds are more reserved, whereas here, you know, they're more open, you know, and willing to make that noise. And it's always good to have that. It's always good to come back to that, you know, wrestling. I love wrestling in Japan in front of those crowds, but it's always good to come back to that, just that, you know, relaxed atmosphere where people are enjoying themselves, having a couple of beers, and just, you know, cheering us on and enjoying what we're doing in the ring. So I love it.
I think Cage was a good opponent for you because you haven't faced guys that are just as big as you.
Right. I haven't. You know, I wrestled Elgin last week, and that's probably the closest one. And I've realized that when I get in the ring with those guys, I'm having these great matches. You know, and these guys can go in amazing shape. You know, excellent athletes. You know, and just to be able to have that debut, I wouldn't want to have that debut at PWG with anybody else but Brian Cage. So
That was perfect matchup.
Good.
And now that match brings up a topic. Like in the '80s, there were slow big guys. In the '90s, slow big guys. Now it seems like the big guys can do moonsaults and do all the shit.
I
think it's changed.
It is. It's just a game, you know, advancing just like any other sport. It advances. You know, people get bigger, faster, stronger, and it's just, I think the wrestling is just advancing so much more, and it's come such a long way. You know, and sometimes they tell us, you know, we don't have to do all that, but we want to go out there and show them that we're different. You know, because that's what I think is important is being different. That's what I think would get you.
And my jaws dropped on the floor. You guys doing so athletic moves are just being so big men.
Right, thank you. You know, and it's what I love to do. I feel like that's what separates me from not just other big men, but just anybody else. Period. You know?
I want to talk about I've been watching Beyond Wrestling. They always talk about the school you came from and how stacked it is.
Right, man. We got
what is it, the WAA?
WWA 4.
Okay, they're trying to get it right.
It's all good. Another guy on the show, AR Fox.
Oh yeah, the whole Fox the show. Right. That was a fucking great match.
Great. Jonathan Gresham. You got some younger guys. Moose, he's doing stuff with ROH now. We got some, you know, younger guys. Black Baron, he wrestles for
Black Baron, one of my most underrated guys. How is he not getting booked placed? That is,
it's tough.
That is a shame, man.
Yeah, it is, and he's a great talent.
He faced you Beyond Wrestling.
I don't think I wrestled Beyond. I haven't wrestled for a while. We had a lot of matches at the school though. And he's, you know, one of those guys. He's a great talent. He just needs that opportunity to break out and show what he can do. You know, it's hard to get that these days. You know, especially if you know the promoter hasn't seen a lot about the person or whatnot. But he definitely needs that opportunity. You know, and that's it.
So what do you think the future holds for PWG? Who do you want to face in PWG?
Man, I'd love to go through the whole roster. If I could have named one specific, I'd love to come out here and wrestle Elgin. I just want to go through the whole roster. I'd love to get a tag with the Young Bucks, man. This guy is good. ACH. Before, you know, Willie Mack was one of the guys that I did.
Yeah, Willie Mack is awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. You know, I just want to, if I could just like come out here for like a month straight and just wrestle every single person on the roster, because everybody's so talented out there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that's one of the reasons I wanted to come out here, because the roster is just so stacked, and I wanted to show I could fit in and I could, you know, wrestle. I could be part of that roster. You know?
You're one of the guys on the wish list. Like, you know, Bola was there. Now, how do you feel your debut was held up? I know you were overseas.
Right.
You're always overseas.
Boy, if Bola would have been, I mean, the prestigious tournament like that would have been great to debut. But at least, you know, it happened. It's better late than never, right? You know, so.
Some people got lost in that shuffle.
Yeah.
I think tonight, Fish had his own match, and a lot of people had their own music. I think a lot of people had their own matches.
Right. Bola is just, I mean, the talent that's on that roster, you know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that I got to come out here and finally, you know, make that debut, because it was a long time coming.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been thinking about it like all week, you know, and the night before.
The butterflies get to you, man. You get nervous?
I wasn't nervous. I don't get nervous that much anymore, and you know, I still got some beer, but it's but no, I don't get nervous anymore. You know, I know what I can do, what I'm capable of. So it's all about just go out there and do it. You know, and once the crowd gets behind you, you just feed off that energy. It's just like, you know, it doesn't get much better than that. You know?
It's about Japan, man. Team with Tozawa and all those crazy Instagram videos, all this stuff.
I love that.
Shake it up.
Right.
Yeah, all that stuff. Where'd that come from, man?
I was sitting there one day and mixing like this pre-workout. It's called Inner Explode, and it like once he flicked the lid, it like makes like a loud pop.
Yeah.
So I was just shaking up, and I just said, you know, shake it up.
Yeah.
And it turned into a thing. We make videos every time before we work out and figure out like new funny ways to like go about doing it. You know, just doing dumb stuff. You know, sometimes we're occupied with like, or we're so like we have so much free time, so we just like, you know, what can we do to make people laugh tonight? You know? And just enjoy ourselves. You know, that's what life's about. That's what wrestling's about. If you're not having fun at what you're doing, then I don't think
that's what I'm saying about this show. Right. Like I know in Japan, like I listen to Kevin C's show. There's a lot of downtime, and some guys go crazy because it's not like the States. You're outside of your comfort zone. You've been there so long. You feel comfortable now? How long have you been there?
It's just my home. This year, I think I was there more than I was in the United States. Actually, between there and England this year, this is the most downtime I've had. I think since maybe like last November.
Damn.
Yeah, and like this year, you know, I love to travel. I love it, you know, and because I get to perfect my craft, and you know, I wrestle talented guys, man. You know, and I didn't know anything about British wrestling until I went over there. Those guys have some talent.
That indie scene is blowing up right now. Rev Pro, PCW.
PWG. There's so many promotions Southside. You know, there's so many promotions over there, and it's good to get over there and see some of those guys and actually get to work with them and see, you know, those guys are talented too, and you know, all they need, just like anybody else, is an opportunity.
Zack Sabre Jr. forward up.
You don't even have to say anything. You know, that's like another level.
That's like when you put guys' names like Zack Sabre Jr. put on the card. That's a good match right there.
That's it. You already know he's gonna have a good match. This one I love too. Dave Master is.
Oh, I saw a match with Steen online. That is fun. That was a good match.
Great talent, man. Athletic dude. Another big athletic dude. Noam Dar, Lionheart, El Ligero. Man, the list is goes on.
You gotta say something. You got shout out to Chris Travis. Support to him. He got cancer. So you got support to him. Prayers to him and stuff. Oh, so promote stuff. Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, Twitter is at Uhaa Nation. Facebook is Uhaa Nation. And that's it. Twitter, Facebook. That's it. Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Uhaa Nation as well too.
Very entertaining. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Have a great day, man.
You too.
And peace.